Is Coyoacán Market actually worth visiting, or is it just another tourist stop in Mexico City? That's what we're going to find out today. We're in the colorful neighborhood of Coyoacán, one of the most charming areas in Mexico City. Just a few blocks from the main plaza and Frida Kahlo's Blue House, there's a local market that draws both visitors and residents every day. And instead of reading about it, we're walking through it together. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your support truly helps me continue creating detailed travel guides like this. Coyoacán Market is located in the neighborhood of Coyoacán, in the southern part of Mexico City. This area is one of the most historic and charming districts in the city, known for its colonial architecture, tree-lined plazas, street performers, and artistic atmosphere. If you've heard of Frida Kahlo's Blue House, it's right here in Coyoacán. In fact, the market is just a few blocks from the Frida Kahlo Museum, making it a very easy stop if you're already exploring the neighborhood. As you can see on the map, Coyoacán is outside the busy downtown center. It feels calmer and more local, which is part of what makes it special. Getting here is simple. You can take the metro to nearby stations and walk about 15 to 20 minutes, or use Uber or a taxi, which are very convenient in Mexico City. Once you're here, everything is walkable. The main plaza, the churches, the museums, and this market are all close together. Now that you know where we are, let's head inside. As soon as you enter Coyoacán Market, you're greeted by color. Bright stalls stacked with handmade crafts, the smell of fresh tortillas, and the constant rhythm of conversation. It feels lively, but not chaotic. That's one of the first things you notice. As we continue walking through the market, you'll notice how much of it is dedicated to handmade crafts. Colorful pottery lines the shelves, woven textiles hang from the stalls, embroidered dresses add bright patterns to the space, and you'll see painted skulls, traditional masks, and silver jewelry displayed with care. Everything feels handcrafted, not like generic airport souvenirs, but personal and rooted in local culture. Many of these vendors have been here for years, some even for generations. And that continuity is part of what makes this place feel authentic. Coyoacán itself has an artistic, almost bohemian personality. Cobblestone streets outside, musicians in the plaza, and street performers on weekends. The market reflects that same spirit. It's not trying to impress you with size. It invites you to explore at your own pace. You'll hear vendors calling out softly, families chatting over lunch, the clinking of plates, and the sound of tortillas being pressed and flipped. It feels local, and that's important, because when people visit Mexico City, they often focus on the big highlights, museums, landmarks, and pyramids. But markets like this show you everyday life, the flavors, the routines, and the small details. If you're planning to visit, late morning or early afternoon is a good time, and weekends are busier. Bring small bills, and if you're already coming to see Frida Kahlo's house, this is an easy stop nearby. You don't need hours here. 30 to 60 minutes is enough to explore, and longer if you sit down and eat.
¿Te buscaba lo que le agrade?
Voy. Oye, aquí va a estar súper bien ahora con los del mundial.
Pues aquí no habías venido.
Un año el...
Es que me acuerdo que sí me llegó, pero no me acuerdo bien.
Santiago, ya.
De Puerto Vallarta fue lo, pero bueno, ¿no? Y entonces ellos...
Sorry. Esos son los que son muy fuertes.
This isn't one of those massive, overwhelming markets like La Merced. It's more intimate. You can actually slow down here, look around, observe, and immediately the food becomes impossible to ignore. You'll see trays of tostadas piled high with seafood, chicken, beans, and fresh toppings. Vendors preparing quesadillas on hot griddles, giant cups of fresh fruit juice, mango, guava, watermelon, stacked like colorful towers. This is one of the main reasons people come here. The tostadas are famous, crispy, messy, flavorful, and surprisingly affordable. You'll notice locals eating here too, which is always a good sign. When a place feeds both residents and visitors, you know it has staying power.
No, digo, la verdad, no se peleó, ¿no? No se peleó.
Luego, ¿esa es piña o...?
¿Te quedó?
Ok, gracias, jovencito. No, ya me dio cambio el jovencito.
¿Qué le vamos a vender? ¿Qué va a llevar ahora?
Sí, está
¿Qué le vendemos, señorita? Bienvenida. Mami guapo. Guanabaná, ¿qué va a llevar ahora?
Dale bolilla a la jefa.
Sí me conviene, ¿no?
¿Pero qué necesitas para hacer algo así?
Estamos viendo petróleo ruso también que está cotizando muy bien.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo que buscabas? Alebrijes.
Deje ir a dejar esto porque si no me cierran la boca. Ay, Miguel, sí te escucho, está ahí.
So, is Coyoacán Market worth it? If you're looking for an authentic local atmosphere, delicious food, and colorful shopping, yes, absolutely. If you're expecting a giant, intense, city-scale market experience, this one is smaller and more relaxed. But that's exactly its charm. Coyoacán Market isn't about scale, it's about flavor, culture, and atmosphere. And sometimes that's more memorable than anything else. If this walk helped you decide whether to add Coyoacán Market to your Mexico City itinerary, don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell me, when you travel, do you explore the markets first or the museums? Thanks for walking with me, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next adventure.